This podcast is rated MA. It may contain coarse language, sexual situations, and fantasy violence. It is not recommended for persons under 17. Episode 9.
Welcome to another episode of 5th edition D&D.
I'm Mary, and I'm playing Zelania Quillheart, the Wood Elf Sorcerer.
I am Eric, and I'm playing Falar Windmere, the Wood Elf Ranger.
I am Kirk, and I'm playing Caradin, the Wood Elf Monk.
This is Seth. I'll be playing the Paladin Dragonborn Cespedes.
I am Andrew, and I am your Dungeon Master.
Just as a recap for last time, you guys had routed out who you believed the cultists were. You devised a way of, or at least you believe weren't part of the cult, back and let the cultists run forward straight into an ambush of what appeared to be trolls coming bowling out of the troll forest. I believe it was Caradin and Falar, horsed up on top of the hill as scouts, were able to actually see the whole thing. And while the section of the caravan that did get attacked held as best they could, they were ultimately overrun by the trolls. Screams easily heard from where you guys were, which you guys still viewed as like hour and a half to 2 hour march ride that you guys have been doing away. Just with nothing there with nothing but just fields between you and the skirmish. It was rather unsettling to watch all the same. See the large forms of the trolls carrying various things. Some are carrying chunks of wagon, some are carrying what will soon be food, and all back to the forest, just leaving the bodies and leftovers on the path in front of you. That being said, because of where you guys are, you still have a few days, like just under a week, before you would hit Dragon's Ford, which is your next major, or not Dragon's Ford, sorry, Dagger Ford, which is your next major checkpoint and city along the route. And then from there, it's only a day or two to Waterdeep.
Okay.
So it's kind of like no matter what, unless for all of a sudden everyone decides to turn around, you do in fact need to continue that march forward.
Okay.
Probably as the battle was wrapping up and the trolls were moving back into the Trollbark Forest, that is the caravan catches up to Falar and Caradin, with your guys' war wagon and Cespedes kind of leading the remaining of the now 4 wagons.
Okay. Falar, do we want to scout the battlefield first to see what's left over, or before the whole group goes riding into it?
Yeah, I imagine from what was just described, it's pretty much carnage. Yeah, we should probably, at least have something to tell the rest of the group.
Right. Have them all hold up here.
Yeah, and it's one of those, from this position, they can actually watch you ride down to the field. And probably it'd only be like a half hour, like of pushing your horses to get there.
Okay.
Because like I said, the 2 hours is with the whole caravan kind of doing its
Right.
half ride, half walk march.
Yeah.
So,
does our group want to venture in first and leave everybody here, or just want me and Fowler to go?
I mean, we could. I wouldn't mind going. I think we would need to basically like steal the horses from our cart because we don't have any other horses.
Yeah, I mean, somebody could ride on mine too. It's not like we're going to be doing long, crazy, extended riding.
Yeah, it's if you all doubled up on the horses, it goes to 35 minutes as opposed to 30 to get there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
On a horse, it just looks at me with, oh my god, it's not that heavy guy again.
It shouldn't be too bad. We're all elves, so we don't all.
Yeah, but he's dragonborn in like mostly full plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a hefty boy. All right.
Yeah, I kind of want to confirm any dead that we can see, and or if there's any cultists left, coup de grace sort of thing.
Or if they left any treasure, because, that'd be fun to have.
That would also be nice to refill some of our bags.
Yeah, we're running slightly low on funds.
All right.
Where's that?
Yeah, because we know where the treasures were. They were kind of hidden in some of these carts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you go ahead. You ride your, like I said, 30 minutes, 35 minutes, up to the, and I guess, who's riding on which horses together?
Don't matter. Don't matter to me.
Smaller.
I mean,
Mary, you want to go with Fowler, since I assume he has more weapons and things like that on his cart, or on him, yeah, armor and whatnot.
That's fine.
I don't have any armor or any weapons of great weight.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you ride up to the scene of the battle, it was very hard pressed to get there, but as you get closer, you do actively start to slow down. Little for safety, little because as you get closer, you do smell burnt flesh.
I have force flashbacks.
Of
if I need
there's
if I need to park
burnt flesh, that's all part of this.
If I need to park the horse outside of the carnage zone, I will do that for the horse's sake.
There is a myriad of other smells too, all coming from this. I forget which two of you had heard and had experience with trolls before, but you even recognize the actual troll smell that went along with this. And it's just, it's very potent. It's one of the first things that hits you as you get there. And then as you ride or walk further in, You do begin to see the carnage that happened. Horses ripped in half. People who were traveling companions only hours ago having whole arms missing, heads and faces caved in, troll bodies also lying around. I'm going to pull something up here real quick.
I guess Falar's first idea here is to see if there's anybody that's left suffering, kind of put them out of their misery. He's seen carnage like this before, and as a soldier, so
Okay. Roll me a perception. While you're doing that, though, I am going to switch one little gear here. Carradine, you'd always, because you'd become so close to the pole, you were kind of mentally already looking for him.
Yeah. And Marco.
And you actually do find him.
Oh.
He has 2 trolls in each hand, just in his actual death grip. He is on his knees, just sitting there. Do you approach?
Sure.
Okay. As you get closer, you begin to look him over, and you then begin to see what one of the trolls had slid some long, bony spike. And there is just nothing behind his eyes. But he still holding fast a warrior's death. Both trolls, just crushing them in that. What did you get for your perception?
14.
14. Okay. You do hear 2 people gasping for air. Both appear to be from the crew of the Tanner. So the people who you had previously confirmed as cultists. They're gasping for air. They see you approach. One actually reaches out to you. He spits up a little blood, trails down his chin.
What kind of damage has been done to him? Is he pretty messed up? Like, is this a put him out of his misery, or is there potential to save this person?
Roll a medicine check.
Okay.
Or survival, whichever you think is higher.
Oh, my survival's way higher.
Okay.
It is also a 14.
Also 14. You do see some cuts and scrapes across him, but what's very noticeable is this what can only be described tree trunk bruise going across his abdomen. It's already turning purple.
Looks like internal.
And like I said, he spat up some blood.
Yeah.
So and that's it's really all you're able to get with a 14 survival with this.
Is this someone that you said that this is somebody that I recognize? No one that I had any kind of relationship with, though, right?
No, this is a no-name Tanner guard.
Yeah, I think Falar, due to the fact of what the mission is and what we've been hired to do and what we know these people are capable of and what they did to obtain treasure, I think I'm gonna put him out of his misery.
Okay. And just you walk up, pull your blade out. Quick, just clean cut right across the neck, opening the windpipe. Goes out immediately. Cespedes, Zell, did either of you want to look around for anything?
Yeah, I think Cespedes is going to look around for the exotic animal cart. He had his eye on one of the exotic animals to eat. So let's check that out. Am I on mute?
No, you're not on
Yeah.
mute. I was waiting for a number.
Oh, did you tell me to roll?
Yeah, perception.
I must have
Oh,
froze.
yeah,
We didn't
Yeah.
we
get
didn't
it.
hear that part.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're all
Sorry.
just waiting
Yeah.
for a DM reaction.
Sorry, I had said I had said roll to perception. I guess my mic didn't pick it up. I'm sorry, man. Yeah,
No,
I need a perception.
Oh, only a 5.
Only a 5. You find some feathers of odd colors, but you don't find the cart.
Okay.
From what you've been told, a troll's appetite rivals yours, so you also wouldn't be surprised if maybe that was some of the goods that were carried off in a way. Zell, what do you got going on?
Zell's gonna go poking through cart wreckage. Specifically,
wreckage.
not looking for people, but looking for things.
Things, okay. Looking for shinies. All right.
Basically, yes.
I will get. So yeah, I just need another perception check for that. And Carradine, I'll also give you a general perception check, also to look around. The poll was a freebie just because of your relation with him,
Yeah.
and you also have a very high passive. So
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I got an 18.
an 18. Okay.
And I got a 17.
Okay. So you go poking around in what was Zell. The most interesting was it was like the most air of mystery is the Wizard of Thaze's carriage.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. It's ripped up. The one thing you do notice is that both of the guards and the boy are dead, but the driver and the wizard, you don't see their bodies. That wasn't really the most interesting thing. It was just these are just things you find along with that check. Upon inspecting the bodies, you do find that they've the one that was like the guy who'd been taking more or less the captaincy position. He has a pendant with a coat of arms hanging on it, made of gold and ruby, all on a platinum chain.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who had been riding shotgun, who had been always wielding a very large, heavy crossbow. His crossbow is there, and what you see also is that the front had a little drop door that came down and had a second barrel inside of it, and you can smell the gunpowder that would come from inside of that as well. Going through, you also do find 2 scroll tubes. As you pick them up and you investigate them, you can kind of feel a thrum of magic coming off of them. But what else do you find? 17.
18.
Oh, 18. Sorry. Okay. You find a sack containing some very nice. Let's see, 17. Roll me percentile.
Mm-hmm. Seven.
7. Okay.
Yes.
The small sack contains 3 decently sized pearls, 1 sapphire, and 2 rather large emeralds. Compared to something you've seen before, these look like the near flawless gems that you guys had been carrying from the previous
Treasure hoard
hoard
thing.
that you guys had raided. So it's a small fortune worth in those, based off of what you guys had been able to sell them for before.
Cool. That is exactly what we needed.
Yeah, letting him go die, that was probably a good idea. Morally questionable, financially responsible.
So far, no regrets.
It hurts me how true it is in every world. But yeah, so, and I would say that's about all you're really able to find there. Most of the all bent and torn and messed up. We just and he's back. Cool. So just to repeat for editing's sake, most of the armor you find is very torn, bent, messed up in some way, unless you were going to try to like take it off them and wrap. Not really a whole lot you could do there. You do pick up and investigate each of their weapons, and none of them appear to have any magic on it. And like I said, the heavy crossbow just appeared to be really interesting with its, because the crossbow itself is a little bit larger than normal. Plus, it seems to have some kind of black powder mechanism underneath it. So we're going to slide back over to Carradine. Find the actual Tanner's carts. One of them has just been broken to splinters. It looks like they tried to flip it and use it as some kind of barricade. Didn't work out. But among it, you down there, you do find 3 small statues. One of a dog, one of a cat, one of a bird. As you pick them up and handle them, because you've been around magic items enough, they don't seem to thrum with any kind of power or anything like that. So you don't get an innate magic sense from them, but these do look like valuable pieces of art. Okay. They're just made of stone, highly polished wood with some semi-precious stone and semi-precious metals inlaid inside of them.
Okay.
But still, they look really nice and are definitely something you could sell.
Okay.
And they don't appear to be any kind of set.
Okay.
Or anything like that. So, one other thing you do find, though, because of your relationship with him, is you find Marco.
Okay.
Whose body for the appears to be untouched. But he is not moving at all.
Okay. I'll go over and investigate.
All right. I'll let you. This is kind of a myriad of things. I'll let you choose between investigate, perception, survival, and medicine.
I think perception is going to be my best bets. And that is a 20, 13 with a +7.
Okay. You look over his body and you've noticed it's incredibly stiff. Like rigor's already set in.
Mm-hmm.
And the battle was far too soon for rigor to have already set in for him. He is clearly and has been for a few hours.
Okay. Take the bottom of my spear and flip his body over.
Okay. To his stomach.
What was that?
So are you wanting him on his back or on his stomach?
Whatever side he was not on, I'm going to flip him over to check the back or the other side.
Okay. You flip him over onto the back. He was on his stomach. And you don't see any kinds of wounds or markings back there either. There are some old scars because he's been in fights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But no open wound or anything.
Any marks on his neck or anything? Any exposed skin?
You got a 20 perception.
Yeah.
You taking a deeper look into the purpling around his lips. His neck does look kind of swollen.
Okay.
Give me an intelligence check, real quick.
What's that? A 0? 16.
It's fine. 16. You've heard of some of the effects that people have when dying from poisoning. Think that this may stack up here.
Does it seem like he took poison as soon as everything started, or was he poisoned before?
Given how stiff the body is, he had been dead before the battle started.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll help search around for other treasure in other carts or whatever.
Okay. Just giving you guys a time frame. All of those first rounds of checks, probably the first 10 to 15 minutes. So if we want to do a second round of checks, we can see what else we find here. But then probably after the second round, that's going to be realistically be everything you could have found.
Okay.
Yeah. Do another. Keep poking around a little bit
Yeah.
before we head back.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to clear the road at all, or will we be able to pass as it is?
Probably want to clear a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, for the most part, it's pretty.
Yeah.
This stretch doesn't have a whole lot of official road. But there is more or less a path
Yeah.
kind of wagoned into it. So if you wanted to follow that, you'd have to clear a little bit.
Okay.
Or you guys could literally just wagon around it.
Yeah. Do we need to burn the troll bodies or put acid on them or anything to the rest of the group? I'm just asking. Should we stack them up and douse them or burn them?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
As well.
It wouldn't hurt anything.
I guess burning them would be easier. Would it? Or we could leave them and let them burn.
Are there other things here burning?
No, at this point in time, anything that was caught from a fire spell or a source of heat has gone out, but there are wisps of smoke.
Okay,
So,
we're
like-
not gonna make more smoke. Like we're not gonna signal this band of trolls to come back or anything.
There is plenty of things around that could burn and catch fire, if that is your question.
Okay.
It also kind of depends on how big of a bonfire do you make.
Yeah. We could also set it as we're leaving too and let it burn behind
Yeah,
us.
just be elsewhere by the time it starts
Yeah,
to really
that's
light up.
probably a good idea.
Okay. So another round of searching.
Yeah. And I guess who is anyone during this search actively going up and investigating troll bodies?
Fowler absolutely would do that.
Okay. So I'll apply yours to that. It's a difference checking out a body versus investigating the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also has that sun sword that I think can burn pretty easy, or at least
Oh yeah.
do permanent damage to him. Stop him
Yeah,
from
I also
regeneration.
have the acid arrows I can use on my
Oh, that's
bow.
right.
I mean, it's kind of a waste, but if I need to, but the sun sword.
I think the sun sword does radiant damage,
Oh, does
not
it?
That's true.
to be.
Flame sword.
Yeah. Cespedes' flame sword absolutely would
Okay.
screw him up.
Well, we'll get Cespedes involved for that if I find that these trolls are making their way back to the living.
Need more killing.
Yeah.
Zell has zero interest in getting any closer to a troll body than she has to, and she rolled a 9 to.
Ooh.
I guess she's distracted.
Okay. You start investigating the Tanner cart that hadn't exploded. You find a good chunk of leathers, but you aren't able to leathers and furs, but you don't really see any treasure in it. Cespedes, what are you looking at? Looking for more treasure and stuff? Looking,
Yeah, I'll
clearing
start
the
looking.
sea?
Yeah, since I didn't find my appetizers, I'll search through what a cart that's near me.
All right.
I don't know which one. Exotic. Did we check the box wagon? It was covered by a tarp.
I don't know.
No, officially, no one's checked that one yet.
All right, so I'll find that one and check it.
Okay. Yeah, so just another perception.
21.
21. Yeah, you're actually able to find that one. And one of them, you actually find like an intact barrel. And when you open it up, inside there is it's like full of grain. But as you continue to dig down through it, you start to pull out let's be fun here. Roll me a d6.
1.
1. You find 2 highly decorative small like coffer lock boxes. As you pick the first one up, give it a shake, there's that metallic coin sound ringing around inside of it. You pick the second one up, do it again, same deal. So yeah, you have a barrel, 2 little locked box, 2 small little lock boxes, presumably full of coin, and a barrel of grain.
I can break the boxes open with my siege hammer. A light tap. And put the coin.
It's more the question of like, Does this count as a structure?
Right.
I'll let you use half of the structure damage.
I hope
That
the
seems-
coins survive.
No check.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see.
He may smash it and they may fly everywhere. We'll have to see
Yeah.
what happens here.
All right. 15 to hit.
Oh, yeah, you hit.
All right.
That's... Yeah, this was a don't roll a 1.
And then... Man. Where's my... Where's the... Oh, there it is. 24 damage. Oh, but you said half, so 12.
Yeah. You hit the first lockbox. And you do see like the actual box start to splinter and crack a little bit. But also when you hit it, it very much has the same effect as when Zell throws up her shield. That quick just shine of impact defense. So it's trying to stand up to you and kind of is. You also feel like one or two more good hits like that and you'll probably be in it.
All right, let's try again. 13 and 20. Oh, 34, so 17.
Yeah. That time you kind of square your shoulders up, realize it's like, oh, you're putting up a fight. Bring the hammer down real hard on it, and the lid busts open. Some coins spill out, and it's an amalgamation of what appears to be silver and gold. If you go through and you count it, about 50 gold and 200 silver in that lockbox.
Break the open. Oh, I should break the other one open.
Every time you guys see him, crack, it makes a loud noise, and you see the bright flash of light underneath it. He's still standing though, so it's just resistance magic, not I hate you magic.
Okay.
This may be what has Zell so preoccupied that she failed to find anything in her own search.
It's like light.
Yeah, watching the Pretty Light show and a frustrated Dragonborn.
Yeah. So while you're working on that, move over to Carradine, because you were not Carradine, clockwise. Falar. There we go. Falar, what did you roll on your checking for troll bodies?
I have not rolled anything yet. What should I roll for that?
It's perception. Because it's basic things like do you hear them like that? Do you hear bones resetting in terms of them coming regenerating or things like there's a lot you can pick up, like more dead.
I rolled fairly crappy, but is there any other advantage or anything I could get?
Take 10. Does that
Not
even-
without somebody probably throwing guidance on you or assisting you on a specific troll check.
Because these would fall under a favored enemy.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. Well, humanoids.
Okay. Let's see what that gives you. Your favorite enemy stuff.
It's on survival checks.
I will let you do survival.
Okay. I didn't roll a 1 before. It was a total of 10 with my advantage. That's up to 13. We'll just go with that.
13? Okay.
Not rolling well today.
All right. You get close to one. You're kind of looking at it from like a 5-6 foot distance. You're social distancing with the troll. You're not really getting a good vibe on him. So you do come a little bit closer, and you pull like your dagger out because you're gonna do the breath check under the nose. Because you don't really see too many wounds on this guy, so you're like also ready to stab him just in case. And sure enough, you put it right under there, and a little bit of fog comes right up onto your dagger. He's not stirring though.
I immediately pop up and tell everyone to be on alert that the trolls may not be dead.
Okay.
In the same time, pull my sword and I personally don't know. Fowler might know the best way to dispatch these guys, but like, is a good beheading worth it?
As far, you know what? I don't know if this is in the rules. Once you're undead, as far as I'm concerned, decapitation kills everything that has a head. So
Yeah, Fowler is not going to put up with a living troll like this. He's just going to pull the sunblade out and take off its head.
okay, let's look up the rules for coup de grace real quick, because I have yet to have those pop up in my 5e games.
You're welcome.
No, I'm all for it. Okay. Let me do what I want. I want to copy paste this word. Go back. I can't spell you on my own, so I need to know what you actually do. Here we go.
Stupid French letters.
Basically says the troll's regeneration will stop only if it takes 0 hit points and doesn't regenerate in that turn. And you have to do acid or fire. Otherwise, I would assume they would keep trying to grow back. A decapitated head would eventually grow a body.
Fair.
What if I cut his head off with the flaming sword and cauterize the wounds, like burn them
Right.
up? Would he be able to regenerate then?
If it takes
No.
acid or
He just
fire,
use
has a
fire
0.
or acid when it hits 0.
Yeah, and can't,
That's how you keep them dead.
and can't regenerate. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, Fowler
Because,
would probably
it-
know this, so instead of using the sunblade, I'll just use my bow,
Okay.
if that's okay with you. I know it's kind of changing.
Yeah.
I really do think Fowler would know how to deal with trolls like that.
Yeah, and I think he was one of the.
it's him or Zell got the like natch 20 on the troll lore roll.
Yeah, I don't remember which. It would make more sense if it was Fowler.
This is just not. All right. Sources. Player's Handbook. All right. Combat. The order of combat. Actions in combat. Tap, cast spell, dash, engage, dodge, help. Fast actions, making it, resolving. Okay.
So I don't
So-
think there is actual coup de grace rules.
So what it is, so it's an unconscious creature, which this works. And what it is you get. Oh, it's a coup de grace is literally just an auto crit on an unconscious creature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the whole goal for death is trying to get them, under their HP. What is it? Half again under their HP or something is a death.
Half con, something like that.
No, it's so auto death is your hit points negative.
Okay.
Whatever your max hit points is, if you take that negative, you just auto die. Otherwise, you enter into fail saving throws.
Okay.
Right.
Technically, for enemies, unless the GM wants to fudge something, when they hit 0, they're considered dead.
Yeah.
Unless there's something like a troll who it's like, oh, I hit 0, but it wasn't acid, so I heal this turn.
Right.
All right. So yeah, if you want to use your bow, and honestly, I'll let you treat this like, because you shout the warning, you draw the bow. So if you want to treat this like a full combat action, so you got your action, bonus action, reaction, move. I'll let you take essentially a full free turn against this guy.
Okay. 1 second. My to hit is a 14.
You auto hit, auto crit.
So it's double your dice damage plus all your modifiers.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So it is a grand total of 14 damage. I rolled a 3 plus the 8. You double the 3, so
This is with your acid bow, right?
yes.
That is 44.
The acid. Yeah, don't forget
Yeah.
all of our other damage is kind of in the description.
Yeah, I see that now. 1 sec.
I had to look it all up too. I was like, how much does my cold damage do? Oh, there it is. Yep.
Yeah, so it should be 44 plus 8 is what you should be doing with the bow, just on its own.
And so that would be
So a crit would
88.
be 84.
84.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
84.
plus 8.
okay. So my 4. Hold on.
All your dice, just double them and then add your modifiers once.
Yeah.
Okay. So my 44, I rolled a 10, so it's 20 plus 8. So 28 damage to this idiot. He's done.
Right.
Okay. You bury the arrow into its skull. It bucks, it cries, and it begins to stand up.
Ooh.
Oh, well then.
So, and as it bucks and cries,
Oh no.
2 other cries nearby also sound off.
Okay. Fowler, Cespedes, you're up.
So,
Up to
So,
bat.
Fire sword ready.
So
there's a few things. I'm going to need everybody to roll
Initiative.
initiative.
Wee-wee.
Initiativos.
It
Before we
has
start,
been
did
a
I-
few sessions.
Did I break the second box? I rolled. I wasn't sure.
You were in the process. You broke the first one, and you were in the process of breaking the second one when you hear this just.
Nice.
That was very good.
That was very good.
Oh yeah, no, I did some. As weird as it sounds, competitive metal scream singing last night. I did not win. The three guys who beat me are currently signed metal singers.
Nice.
All right, so I need to share my screen.
So initiatives.
Yes, I need initiativos.
I rolled a
Fowler rolled 15.
Okay.
I rolled a
16.
16.
No, same.
I rolled a 24. Almost natch.
Okay, and what do my wee trolls get? Hold on a moment. Ooh. Aw. All right. So, Carradine, you go first.
Okay.
Not sure. As a monk, you believe in discipline, but at the same point in time, these creatures were directly responsible for the death of someone that you were growing to care about on this journey.
I'll move to the one to the top right.
This one?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, you and your monk speed just. Yep. All right. He is. They're all still lying down, like they're just starting to get up onto their knees.
Okay. Let me pull up my character on my phone so I don't mess up the video. There we go. That is. There he is. All right. Anybody else move, or is it just me attacking?
You're first.
Okay.
You got a 24. The trolls got a 19. Cespedes and Zell both have 16s, and Thalar got the 15.
Okay. So where's it at? Is this categorized as a sneak attack? Deal damage, weapon advantage on this attack roll. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if the other enemy has a target within 5 feet of him. Enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Let's see. These guys would be considered prone. Let's see what prone does.
You don't have advantage on the attack roll if the enemy. But the enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have a disadvantage.
Attack rolls against this creature have 5 feet. If have advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet. Okay. So yes, you have advantage, and you would get your sneak attack because you have advantage.
Okay. Then I'm going to do an attack. That was almost a natch. Damage is 1d6 plus, was it 2d6 for the frost? It's not letting me open it up.
You're looking at your attack with your spear?
Yeah, so that was a 27 to hit with.
Okay.
It's not letting me open
Frostbite. It does...
2d6 frost damage.
Here we go. Yes, an additional 2d6 frost damage.
All right, so that was an initial damage of 8 plus frost damage, which is another 8. And the sneak attack, I believe, is just another d6. And that's an additional 3.
Should be 2.
For sneak attack?
Yeah, sneak attack I think starts off as 2d6. Or I'm just way out there.
It's showing 1d6, so.
Okay. Yep. Starts as 1. It just grows real fast.
Okay. 8, 16, 19 total damage.
19 total damage. Okay. So you kind of like do a set your spear, and you see him getting up and kind of stab it into him, trying to get him. It's still trying to.
You okay? Did you freeze? I can't see.
Oh, did I freeze?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you stop. You at least cut out.
Oh, okay.
We
You
didn't
said
hear
it stopped
everything.
trying to.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, it's still trying to get up.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do flurry of blows on that as well. 13 to hit.
You still get advantage because he's still prone.
Oh. 12 to hit.
You went from 13 to 12?
Yeah, that was I'm rolling both dice for advantage.
Oh, okay. You go to like kick a foot out, and it just puts a big hand up and just swats your
Okay.
foot.
And the other one does rolls an 18 or an 18.
Yeah, you connect with him on the chin.
All right, and that is 10 points of damage.
All right.
That's all I got.
And he's back to breathing heavy. Just
Okay, that's it for me.
all right. Trolls' turns.
Question before we have the trolls go. Does anybody remember if I cast mage armor before this
Yeah, you
started?
You
I
did.
thought you did, yeah.
Okay. I thought I did, but I couldn't remember for sure. So, cool. It's just now relevant.
Carradine and Falar, the two of you are close enough, and you can see the wounds that you've just created on these guys start to. No. Falar's would not because he did acid damage. But Carradine, you do see some of the wounds start to close.
Okay.
All right. So they're going to use all of them, half of their movement to stand up.
Okay, that's a key point.
And they are going to. Let me flip back over to the page here. Okay. Starting with the one that's on Carradine,
Okay.
he's going to make his attacks against you.
Okay.
Big with his claws. Miss one. Ooh, maybe hit. Does a
21.
23 hit you?
Yep.
Okay. So he swings wildly with one, like a half step back. But these things are so large and have such lanky arms.
Right.
You thought you had stepped out of reach when the other one comes swinging up. and he catches you for 9 points, just raking across your side. And then it lunges forward with its face, trying to bite you.
Okay.
21.
That hits on the nose.
Okay. And he sinks his teeth very deep into you for 15 points of damage.
Okay.
So he had the claw that did 9 and the bite that did 15.
Okay.
And following in a similar strategy, Falar is now going to try to get you. Does a 20 hit you?
Yes, it does.
All right. All right, put this over here. Okay.
However, I don't know if I should mention this or if it doesn't matter, but this is beforehand. I should have gotten 2 attacks with the initial attack, or was it such a surprise thing that wouldn't happen?
I said you had a full round, so you had 2 attacks to make there.
Okay. Should I make that second one and see if this guy made it through that?
We've gone past it.
Okay.
I try to be flexible. I try to be fair, but we've gone well past it. Sorry.
Okay. No, I mean, it just, the dynamic of everything changed before that second attack would have occurred, so I figured I'd ask.
Yeah. Okay. So either way, on its first claw, it does 11 points. It goes for its second claw. Yeah, no way that hits. You don't have a 14 armor class, do you?
I do not.
Okay. And now it goes for its bite. 18?
Yes, that does hit.
Okay. And it does 8 points. So very much in a similar vein. Aridin, one claw goes wide, next claw catches you. But in dodging a claw, you ended up right into its jaws.
Okay.
All right. Let's check something here real quick. So from center, he'd be, there we go. Okay. 15, 20. No. Okay. How much movement do these things have? 15. Okay. So he uses half his movement to stand up. He uses the rest of his movement to close up to Zell and gonna make its attacks. Does 12 hit Zell?
It does not.
Okay. How about 19?
19 does.
Okay. So big whiff. You dodge left, but kind of end up overcompensating into its claw for 11 points of damage. It then comes at you with a bite, and it wasn't expecting you to bounce off of its claw so well, and just ends up going right over where you'd be. All right. It is now Cespedes and Zell. It is your turn.
Would you like me to come up first and get this guy off here, or you want to take care of him first?
I mean, you can if you want to come up and distract him, that's fine. Because I'd rather not be in melee range.
So that's what I'll do.
Okay.
Like this side.
Like here?
Yeah. And flaming greatsword, speak the magic words, and try to take a hack at this guy.
All right. Swing, swing.
Eric,
That is
don't feel bad. I forgot my second attack too. It's been a while since
all
I've. I thought he would have been easier to take down
Right.
in Carradin's mind and like surprise.
No, I'm
Yeah.
actually happy that
I totally forgot. And because you said that, I was like, did I do it? No, I didn't do it all either. So
well, I'm not used to playing a level 7
no,
guy.
me neither.
I'm not all of a sudden like with the damage he did, I'm not so worried. I can handle it.
16 to hit.
What's up?
16 to hit.
Oh yeah, you hit. Yeah, what's brutal about these guys is, if it turns into they do what they can to turn it into a war of attrition because they heal 10 points a turn, unless they're hit with fire or acid that turn.
Yeah.
18 fire damage.
18 fire damage. All right.
Nice.
You cut deep into him. He roars. Keep going with your turn. Do you have a second attack?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
A 19.
Yep, that hits.
Plus 4. 16 damage. 16 fire damage.
You do two big carves. First one just coming down across his shoulder and chest. The second one nice and level across his belly. He is pissed. He is not a fan. He is not voting for you in the student elections.
Too bad.
But he is still kicking. You used your move. Bonus action to turn on your sword. 2 actions. So, yeah, I think that's it.
Yep.
All right. Zell.
Okay, so we figured out that I can cast 2 spells in a round as long as one of them is a cantrip. Is that what we said? I don't remember how this worked.
Doesn't it work like action, bonus action type of thing? If a spell can be
Right, but we found out that there's a limit on how many spells I can cast no matter what the actions are.
Oh, okay.
On the default for it, it's action, bonus action, and then I remember I'd come up with an optional feat, but you said you didn't want that because you had Warcaster, and so we opted not to go with it, I think.
Right. But okay. Because it's been so long since I've had to do this. Here we go.
That's why I literally I was thinking it's been a long time since we've had a melee. Let's have a melee.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm happy too. I just need to make sure
Yeah.
of what I'm doing.
We all just forgot the rules.
No, totally.
Yeah, you have no idea how happy I am that we're scrapping right now.
Yeah, no, I'm all for this. Let's see. I just have to find that one little spot where it says.
Here we go. What are you looking for? I have a sheet pulled up.
No, I know the sheet. I'm looking for the rules that say which, because there's a thing where I can only cast one spell in a round unless the second spell is something.
It's
Definitely seems strange. But
one spell. Basically, you can cast one leveled spell and one cantrip spell.
Okay.
Each turn. and that's the default. So if you bonus action one spell and then action cantrip, cool. If you've got a bonus action cantrip, you can use that as your bonus action spell.
Right. Okay. As long as one of them is a cantrip. That's what I was trying to double check. Okay. That's fine. So I cast Misty Step as a second level spell as a bonus action and teleport 30 feet backwards.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So like right here, deep in the forest?
I guess will that cause me line of sight problems?
No.
Well, okay, so just go 15 feet backwards then. Stop halfway. I think I can, up to 30 feet. So, 15 feet keeps me out of range of things. That'll work. And then I cast Firebolt at the one attacking Carradine.
This guy?
Yes, that one.
All right.
I roll to hit. I Tides of Chaos that, because I have that up. That time I rolled a 26.
Nice.
That'll hit.
To hit.
Yes, that solidly hits.
And, I forgot to do a thing. Oh, well, that's fine. And he takes 9 points of fire damage.
It has been noted.
Cool. That's what I got.
All right. So that then brings us back to Falar.
Okay, so I am going to cast Ensnaring Strike as a bonus action, level 2. Strength save of 13. And that's going to be at the guy that's right there in front of me.
All right. Wow. He fails. But like there was no scooting on that die. Like it fell and it was like, no, it's a 6.
Do I have the ability to make my 2 attacks and move back like 5 feet?
Absolutely. Your movement is completely separate from your action.
Okay.
And if your action is spent doing attacks, then
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna move back like into the center, so just diagonally back me 2 squares.
okay. What does Ensnaring Strike do?
Ensnaring Strike. The next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, a writhing mass of irony. Okay, so this occurs with an attack, so I guess I have to make the attack.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I get 2 attacks. Second here.
Think of it like you're charging your bow with a spell, but now you have to deliver it.
Yeah. So here's my.
And base to base like this, you do get disadvantage on a attack with a ranged weapon.
Okay. In that case, then I'm going, because I have an ability. He'll have disadvantage if he tries to take an attack of opportunity on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and make those steps. I'm gonna go back 10 feet. He has disadvantage because I have defensive tactics called Escape the Horde.
Okay.
Opportunity attacks against you are made with disadvantage.
And you're going back 10 feet? So like
Yes.
here?
Click it again. I'm sorry. Yes. That'll be fine.
Okay. He is going to attempt to make his attack of opportunity. 18. Does that hit?
It does.
Okay. So he takes a swing at you with his claw. For 12 points of damage.
Okay, and then I'm going to take my 2 attacks back here.
Okay. Did you still want to use the Staring Strike?
Yes. Yeah. I want to keep him where he's at.
Stay put.
Yes.
All right.
don't
We'll
have
keep
to
it
do
at roll then. So he's still roll to see if you hit him.
Okay, first roll. Oh, yeah. 28.
Yeah, you hit. We've already rolled that he fails.
Yeah. And then my 44 plus 8. 18 damage, acid damage, and that's the first attack.
Okay. You send this one straight through the center of his chest. You see it blow out the back, and he slumps over.
Sweet.
So you do have your second attack, and you can redirect it at somebody else.
I don't know that I can. Can I do that? Because I know that there's a special ability where, like, I get another attack, part of Horde Breaker.
So you have two. So when you make an attack, you have 2 attack actions. They can be at the same target, or they can be at different targets.
Sweet.
Now, depending on what triggers Horde Breaker. So, like, if Horde Breaker says you make another attack against the same target, well, this guy's dead.
Okay.
But you could say shoot the guy on Carradine or Cespedes with your second attack action, which then could trigger your Horde Breaker.
Gotcha. Horde Breaker does not affect this one because it has to be a different creature within 5 feet of the original target. So that's not a worry. But my second attack, I'll go ahead and roll that for. I guess Carradine's having more issues than Cespedes, so I guess I'll help him out.
That guy. All right.
Yeah. So I will roll to hit. 28.
Yeah, you hit.
And then 17 acid damage.
And that one arrow right through the eye, on his face and back of skull. He also slumps over.
Nice.
Sweet.
All right. So that's bonus, that's action, that's move. You still technically have 20 feet of movement left if you want to use it.
I'm right where I want to be. I'm good.
Okay. Carradine, coming up to you.
I guess I'll run up to the other troll that's still standing and make attacks. Unless...
And then you question it. You're a monk.
Yeah. My walking speed is 50 feet. So...
Yeah, you're fine.
All right. And attack...
Wood elf monk.
Yeah. Attack 1. That is 19. I'm sorry,
Yep,
17. 17. Does 17 hit?
Yes, 17 hits.
Okay.
Something else to keep in mind. Use your sneak attack because
you
have a friendly target engaged.
Nice. All right. So that is 9 plus an additional 7 cold plus an additional 2 for the sneak attack.
All right.
And the second attack?
So you run. So just like the first guy, where like you would set the spear and did a good charge. This one, you get him in the belly, and you actually continue to just slice further open the wound that Cespedes had already made. intestine, stomach just spill out as he down to his knees.
Is he
I'm
down?
sure that smells delightful.
Yeah.
Let's see. He had already been hit by fire, so he doesn't get to. Yeah, that's it. We're done.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah. So and it pungent is a word that could be used for this. So could nauseating.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back over and
Cold. He's right and he's wrong.
I'd like to go back over and continue my work on the boxes.
Yeah, I'd like finish up searching.
Minor distraction.
Yeah.
Just kind of like that was unexpected.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just toss an acid splash at all of the dead trolls I see, just for good measure, because it costs me nothing, and I didn't find anything interesting. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
and it's a cantrip, so I can just do that all day long.
Yeah, and there was unless Carradine did anything, there were 2 that were still being held in deathlock grips in the pole's hands, and then there was just like one other one further up the road in some wreckage, and Zell just goes around to him, very much how Thalar found the cultist and was like, off button. Zell is also now going around going, troll be gone, troll be gone, troll be gone.
Nice.
All right. So with that skirmish, these guys are just wearing they don't have any weapons. They were just using hands and teeth. They like crude loincloths, but they're more like loin suggestions. And so yeah, they don't really have anything. They don't seem to have anything on them, but you also get the impression if they did, I don't think you'd want it.
Yeah. Okay. Scour the rest of the area for anything we missed, or
yeah. Carradine, you had a perception check left.
Yeah.
So if you want to take that now, you can.
That is a 17. Yeah, 17.
Okay. You also go and investigate the other Tanner cart that Zell was looking into. And you remember these ones having a false bottom. And while this cart is mostly messed up, it seemed to be also mostly okay. And you open it up, and there are a handful of gems and pieces of jewelry, but for the most part, it is like open and empty. And after you guys come together, there was supposed to be a whole lot of treasure moving that now seems to be pretty light.
Yeah.
And while you did see a large number of trolls running away with various items, chunks of cart, barrels, chests, mostly horses slung over shoulders. That's tonight's dinner because horse meat is good meat. There does seem to be a noticeable lack of treasure, and you guys do pretty good scouring, and you think you've got everything that's there to be found.
Yeah, I thought Glimmer or whatever said they were gonna take the treasure or the hoard or whatever. I thought.
Oh, okay. She did mention that to you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Then it's less weird.
Yeah. I had forgotten that, so I'm glad Kirk remembered. But
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if she had told you guys that,
Yeah.
but I was like, oh yeah, that's right. We
Yeah.
had to make her really help.
Yeah, that was for the attack, for the big ambush, I thought.
Yep.
Okay. So anything at all? Any?
Yeah. You find in that in the cutout, you find another 15 gold. You find a like 3 tiger's eyes, 2 opals, a silver ring, a pair of gold earrings with pearls in them, and that's it.
Okay. All right.
Are you keeping track of that stuff on?
Yeah,
those things somewhere?
it's on the spreadsheet under other notes. Caravan wreckage.
Cool.
And Cespedes, this other box that you crunch into, it has 115 platinum and 40 silver.
Cut out a little bit. Can you repeat that, please?
100 gold,
Oh,
15 platinum, 40 silver.
Nice.
very good.
what was the other box? What the other box having at 40 gold and
Gold and 200 silver.
200 silver?
Yeah, 40.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Silver pieces. And Mary, did you want to throw yours in the group pile, or did you?
Yeah, I can go. I wrote them down. I can go ahead and type them up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put it right in the middle where it says caravan wreckage.
Yep. The notes, caravan wreckage. Yeah.
Cool. I guess start. Well, if all the trolls are taken care of, do we want to burn the bodies or just move the wreckage out of the way and leave it?
How much of the day have we burned up?
A pretty large portion. This is probably about where you guys would have camped.
Yeah.
I don't want to camp here.
No.
No.
So I think burning and doing any more than we already have is going to eat up the rest of our day and put us in potential danger. So I think we should just move on and find a new place to camp with what's remaining.
Okay.
Okay.
So long as you guys agree.
Yeah, I guess while the caravan's catching up here, I'm gonna put the pole's body on some sort of cart wreckage and with some other burnable stuff, and as we're leaving, I'll light it on fire. Other than that,
yeah, it's not hard to find the necessary ingredients for a pyre.
okay.
I do have one quick question. I did have one person here that I almost would have considered a friend. Did I find him, or did anyone find his body? And that would have been...
Was that the one that the amulet I took off of?
No, that was the captain.
Yeah,
Sir
okay.
Flynn.
that was the crossbow.
Yeah,
guy.
that was the shotgun. Mary did find his body and also found his weapon.
Right.
Which I guess the only way to describe it is an extra large crossbow with a shotgun barrel underneath the crossbow launch.
Gotcha. Okay.
Think we could sell that off too, or?
I mean, it's neat. I wrote it down as something that I picked up because I was like, I've never seen anything like this before. But Zell wouldn't really know what to do with it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, the coat of arms of the gold and ruby coat of arms that you took off of, that came off of the captain who was like being the makeshift leader
That's
of the
right.
whole thing.
Gotcha.
Um,
I knew it was one of those. I just couldn't remember which.
It takes, because you guys had told the caravan to wait, so I imagine it's something where like at least one of you rides back and drives everybody down. Everyone probably catches up about to this location about 2 hours after you guys have finished the fight and finished your checks of the area. The sun is actively setting, so to not camp here, you could probably travel half hour, 40 to an hour before it's actually dark. And then there's the question of, do you want to continue to try to drive in the dark?
Well, let's get at least that far, and then we'll see what the road looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get far enough away where we don't smell any of this, or
Right.
Okay. And I mean, like, to be fair, the smell only really hits you when you were within like 100 feet. And when you move like, 100, 200 feet away, the smell starts to die off. Mostly it's, how like, you don't smell something because there's no way there's a source nearby that has that smell, but you just remember it so strongly it's like you still smell it. That's what the trolls are doing to you guys right now.
Okay.
Yeah, just camping to a massacre, camping close to this kind of massacre. I want to put as much distance to it as I can.
Okay.
If it's reasonable. If we have to, like, we're so good at setting up camp by now that if we go until it's just dark and find a place, that's probably what I would recommend.
Okay. So probably like an hour past into nightfall. That's where you guys, that would put you almost 2 hours away from the location. Yeah. Okay. All right, we can do that. Boom. Boom. All right. All right. So you guys set up your regular watches, and there is the air is just in the caravan right now.
Say that again.
I'm trying to not project because I feel like it's getting a huge echo.
No, it's not your voice. Your internet.
Yeah, it's
just
the internet.
A little bit.
Keeps dropping out.
Oh, okay.
You're actually coming through perfectly clear when it's coming through. Like, it just keeps stalling a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I get to pick where the internet goes in the new house, and I will be getting a hard wire straightened out.
Nice.
But yeah, it what was it? Just the entire mood of the caravan is far heavier. Many of the guards who've seen battle before, one or two of them, the dwarves, even says that they've fought a troll before and they've just seen the wreckage that it's done. And so many of these people had been, you'd literally been breaking bread with them the night before. And while they understand that, these were, highly at best, they were misguided people in service of a horror. But they weren't bad people per se. I mean, many of you spoke with them, you laughed with them, you joked with them. And like you said, you literally just had a few meals singing and dancing and drinking with them. And just those facts are just very hard for everybody to shake off. It's like all of a sudden finding out that kind old neighbor who bakes you cookies is terribly racist. The camp is very quiet. Most people do seem to be keeping to themselves and to their caravans more, or their specific cart more.
Did we explain to many people, or did they just not realize what happened?
You gave a very high level explanation. You didn't go too in depth. So a lot of people don't really seem they understand that these were cultists, but nobody knows the cultists of what. They understand that it was an evil cult, and that they were transporting something. Yeah. I don't think you guys ever said what they were believed to be transporting.
Mm-hmm. I guess we could explain over dinner to everybody all the details that we know of what these people were doing, and they'd almost laid waste to Green Hist and things like that. So,
and
when you mentioned Green Hist, sorry, what were you saying, Mary?
No, I was just because they were also sacrificing people.
Yeah.
All this information they didn't have before now. They did not know. And when you mentioned Green Hist, one of the human guards, it's like, oh yeah, I heard about that. Same group.
Yeah.
Many of the people from who started from Baldur's Gate, they hadn't heard any of this. You mentioned that it's the Cult of the Dragon, and a few other nods go like, "Oh yeah, they worship Tiamat." And then one of them kind of looks over at you guys like, "Is that why you guys changed the story the other night?"
Yes.
Like as they see like lights starting to turn on in some people's heads. Overall, it does ease the tension, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, it's like finding out someone you thought you knew had this.
They were Hydra agents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hydra agents, exactly.
Holy shit.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Multi-headed god and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just let them know what we know when we met them. I guess just our entire tale of how we got wrapped up into it and ran into Green Hist and saved some people from their first encampment and been tracking them. And that they're supposed to be going up to Waterdeep, and so there may be other factions of them or other groups of them showing up there as well. So if everyone's going to Waterdeep, to be aware and to maybe not tell this tale to every port.
Well, Falar wants to add that this particular way to deal with these cultists that we just witnessed back there came from a higher authority than us. We were not the ones that put this into action. We just wanted to make sure that the innocent people in this caravan didn't have to run into that.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned this, your lady Falar, who you are still employed by, goes, whose authority then orchestrated this? Is it an authority that you serve?
We don't necessarily serve them, but I believe that the people we do serve are have parallel alignment with that authority's goals.
Okay. Who do you serve, or who were you serving? Because right now you're in my service.
I don't know if you guys
retcon backtrack. The Harper's Guild had employed you guys on this specific mission.
Are they secret though? Like, would we tell them?
Oh no, they're not. They're known.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to spill that, that we're in association with the Harper's Guild.
They put us on
And when
their tail, and I don't remember
What was
who
it?
they put us on their tail. Basically, they didn't hire. I don't think. Did we get gold? Are we getting gold?
Oh, that's a long time ago. I don't remember.
I know. I don't remember.
Do we get
Remember,
half?
I'll look it up.
I thought it was like half now and half maybe when we
I
reach
think
Waterdeep or something. But I seriously don't remember who the other group is that Glitter Bum worked
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Oh, she never told you.
Glitter Hole.
No.
Yeah.
And as you look
No.
around,
She just knew that
She's
we were
not there.
Harpers.
Yeah, I thought
Or
she.
working with the Harpers.
Yeah, they weren't working with the Harpers. I thought it was another group
Yeah, it
that was
was.
aligned
Right.
with
No,
the Harpers.
she just knew that we were
Yeah.
working with the Harpers. That's why
Yeah.
she approached us.
Phew, boy,
right? She knew
that's
you
some
guys were
notes
working for the
back.
Harpers. She never told you who she was working for.
Right.
And as it starts to dawn on you, you look around. She's not there.
Yeah, I thought she vanished. Did she vanish or did she go with the rest of the group? No, I thought she took off when we had the stop.
Yeah, we haven't seen her since we went scouting.
Right.
Yeah, she was still with the caravan when you guys went to go scout.
Yeah.
And then when you all rode off to go clean up the area, she was still with the caravan then, and now she's gone.
Check some notes here and see if I.
Well, I also want to make sure that Lady Imsa understands that our mission for the Harpers was to tail these guys and try to figure out identities.
Yeah.
And none of what I was doing for them would interfere with my service to her.
Yeah.
And she thanks you for that reassurance. No, you seem like such a fine and honorable fellow. I'd never assumed that you'd have a conflict of interests.
It may have been the Order of Gauntlet or the Gauntlet because they are working with the Harpers in this whole thing. Leotian told us that.
Yeah.
Onthar runs the Order of the Gauntlet.
Right.
Onthar
As far as you knew, though, from your discussions with Onthar and the Gauntlet, you were the only people that were being sent.
Yeah. It looks like we got paid from Leotian the 8 flawless gems, the 4 sapphires, 3 rubies, and the 1 diamond, but I don't have any notes of being paid somewhere else.
Something towards the end of our journey of
Yeah.
what they owed us.
So,
I can take a quick minute.
and that was back in what's the name of that? At Eltrial.
That's all in my written notes. I've since put them all in computer. I'd have to go pull my notebook out.
Here we go.
I actually had notes. Yay. I've not been keeping great notes since, so
Oh,
I've been keeping pretty good notes.
okay.
when you guys make it to Waterdeep, there is a quote magnificent ruby for each adventurer worth X amount of money,
Yay!
provided that you were successful.
Yay!
Also, any treasure you were able to get from the horde was also going to be, you guys were also allowed to keep.
Boo.
Front payment, then
Nice.
a magnificent ruby.
Yeah.
Picture that in your own mind. I do have a GP cost for it though.
Hey, whatever.
So there would be a magnificent ruby for each of you, plus whatever you guys looted from the horde.
Yeah. If the trolls did most of the work, then I'm kind of good with whatever was in the carts.
I mean, you're still getting a decent amount of money.
Yeah. A ruby the size of my head.
All right.
So let's get there real quick then.
Right?
Bye, suckers. Ride full steam. I guess unless other cultists join up at this next thing, then
Well, I mean, even then, it's only like a 2 or 3 day or wagon trip, so even less time of a ride. But it's only a 2 or 3 day wagon trip from Daggerford to Waterdeep.
yeah.
So you'll be at Waterdeep in like 8 days.
Okay. Oh, I guess I wanted to grab the furs that were in the Tanner's thing in case we've got to full on cold weather stuff.
Okay.
Good to
Yeah.
know.
I forgot. I just now dawned on me I was going to grab them when I lit the pyre or when our cart went through and everything. But load up the leathers and the furs and everything in case we got to do
Pick up that
capes
barrel
or,
of grain.
yeah. Ooh,
That
yeah.
barrel of grain.
Putting that on a sheet.
Yeah. I'll get a number of how many bundles of furs were salvageable.
Okay.
And that will just be resources you guys have for whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay. So, anything else you guys wanted to do in game tonight? Not session tonight. We still got like another hour. But
I guess a little retcon before I left the pole there was, did he have like a necklace or anything on I could have taken to wear?
I had that.
I meant to ask you that too, and we sort of jumped and
Yeah,
left.
that reminds me. I was gonna see if there was any dragon chest stuff on that guy. That's why I asked about him.
yeah.
Friend of mine.
Get his nice dragon chest set.
Okay. So yeah, let's look at this here.
Sorry, I railroaded.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
Getting
It's fine.
stuff. Any thieves' tools they have, I'll pick up any of those if anyone's got any laying around. Now that I'm a rouge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pole did have a necklace. It seems to be woven bands or woven cords of leather with some little runes carved onto various bones.
Okay.
Very tribalistic looking. It doesn't thrum with magic or anything like that, but
Just a memento.
yeah, absolutely.
Put that in my sheet.
You don't find the dragon chest set in its entirety. You do, however, find one of the night pieces,
Perfect. I was gonna say, did I find a pawn or one?
and for the most part, his cape, which is mostly just like red and silken, is still intact.
Okay. Yeah, if I can take that as well, but I'm mostly interested in the dragon chest piece. I might put it with my set and have that as a memento of remembrance.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, one last check before dawn of a new day.
Check of what?
All right. So next morning, everybody wakes up, and everyone seems to be taking a little bit more time packing up, and you're not quite sure is it because you don't have the knight there cracking a whip over everybody to get them going, or if just the heaviness that was there from last night is still dragging people down? Either way, you load up camp, you load up your carts, and everyone seems to look at you guys in your wagon to start the train.
Okay. Cesspit, take it away.
Whip those horses into shape.
Maybe push a little faster than we normally would, not like a whole bunch, but at least to get more distance between us, maybe the morning.
When you mention a double time in the morning,
Let's go
people
through.
who can hop on to carts, other people who are a little bit more seasoned, they just offload their extra gear and packs into carts, and they start that cross-country jog.
Okay. People also ride on our
everyone
cart, too.
seems to be okay with going more distant.
Okay. We could also, people can get on top if they need to ride, too.
Okay. So how many people are walking?
And I guess I'll ride to the back of the caravan just to cover the rear.
There's only 6 people that are walking. Mostly dwarves.
Oh shit! Well, if they want to ride on our cart, they can do that too. It's not.
Yeah, you guys could easily take
little legs.
Yeah, I would say like if each of the let's see.
We're sprinters.
One of the carts could easily take both of its walking dwarves for them to become riding. And then, between you guys and the merchant cart, literally everybody can be loaded up into a cart now. So you could actually move at non-walking speeds.
Nice.
I'll take 2 days total off.
Okay.
1 day off getting to Daggerford, like a day and a half almost. So instead of getting there in the evening, you guys would now be getting there early afternoon.
Okay.
And instead of being a 3 day to Waterdeep, that's now only going to be a 2.
Okay.
And same deal, like middle of the day, you'd be getting there.
Yeah.
Just because you're now just hoofing it.
Okay. Does everybody in the caravan seem to be okay with that, or is there any concerns or?
Nobody who is walking is going to protest getting a ride.
Okay. I just want to make sure none of the cart driver or, the people in charge of their carts want to go slower for any reason or.
I mean, it's one of those, like, you go slow where you need to on steep hills where it's extra rocky.
Okay.
But wherever you can open up, you open up.
Okay. Sounds good.
Wow, the cultists had a lot of walkers.
Yeah, they did.
They really. They got people walking. Cultist.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean to do it that way.
It works out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Falar.
Yes.
On the second half of this day, your lady calls you to ride next to her carriage with the window open.
Okay.
And as you pull up, she still has her mask on and still fully covered. And and just that doll mask looking at you, it says, "Would you consider yourselves like you and your associates, heroes?
I consider myself a humble soldier, ma'am, my lady. My time right now is serving the world, finding out about people and places for the benefit of my elven kind. I'm not sure I would call myself a hero.
She kind of takes a pause for a moment and goes, I know I've got you as a guard and a soldier, but I know I could use some saving and a hero. You never asked why I was traveling to Waterdeep. Would you care to know?
If you would like to share that information with me, I'm open to it. I have no problem continuing my job, my service to you. It's been my lot in life to be in the service of others in this fashion.
Okay. She goes, and you see her, as expressionless as the face is, her body language definitely shows that she's choosing her words very carefully. Before finally she just sits up and she goes, well, I'm cursed. And as soon as she says that, the handmaid just goes, like, lady, you can't be telling people this. And she holds up a hand with authoritative for silence. She goes, it is mine to tell, and I'm choosing to tell this man because I'm hoping he and his friends can help. You see, from a very young age, about 85, and you see her reach under her sleeve and pull back the glove, and you see the most flawless green skin you have ever seen. Not like the orc or goblin greenish browns or even like the trolls that you've seen. This is like pristine jade green skin. When I was a young girl, a witch cursed me and my family. I was the only one who lived through it. The curse was we were to become one with our homeland, the forest that we were living in. Everyone started to turn into trees and bushes and grass. I'm actually a bastard. Bastet? Is that what the girl version of bastard is? I'm so unfamiliar with these terms. So it didn't hit me fully, but it's there. I'm traveling to Waterdeep because there's a local legend up there. Supposedly, I'm trying to get my locations right. Hold on. Pause for effect. Where'd it go? Did I close? I did. Damn it. Here we go. Just east of Waterdeep, there is the forest called the High Forest. Along it is the Unicorn Run. Along this run, there is supposed to be the most perfect stag said to have ivory fur, whiter than snow, and pure gold prongs. It is believed that if you can capture this creature, it will grant you a wish. Mine is simply to return to my state prior to the hex, and if possible, break the curse on my family. Does this sound like something you and your friends could help me with?
My lady, I will have to discuss this with my companions, but it does seem to be a noble cause, and knowing of this stag and this legend is also information I would love to take back to my homeland. So if you don't mind, I can come back with you with an answer as soon as possible.
Absolutely. And the reason we're traveling to Waterdeep is because the bards there actually have songs about I believe they call him the Prince of the Forest. And that's where we're hoping to get more information on this. Right now, I've already shared everything I know. But please talk to your friends. Just hoping, because if I can't hire, we'll be hiring someone else. To be frank.
I understand, and I give her a full formal salute, and tell her I'll be back as soon as possible.
She has that breathy giggle when you salute, and she puts her glove back and closes her window.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back and to our cart and wrangle our friends and tell them this information. But I'm gonna keep it on the DL. You know, it seems like she doesn't want this spread around much. I don't want other people hearing. So just our group.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, what took her to let you know was destroying a cult, slaying trolls, being charming, and literally no one in ear or eyesight.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. There are 3 of the walking guards who are riding inside your cart. And you know this already, getting up there, because when they were dividing everything up. Carradine, for the most part, you had been kind of scouting ahead.
I was at the rear.
Oh, you're at the rear?
Yeah.
Okay. So Thalar, you've got Carradine doing a rear guard. You've got and then you've got Zell and Cespedes up in the cart. So however you want to divide that up, or if you want to wait till night, ball's in your court.
I mean, I want to give an answer back to her as soon as I can. However, discretion is important to him right now. So if I can't isolate my group from, other people that might be listening in, I'll wait till the opportune time comes up.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a matter of, short of kicking the shorties out of your cart.
I mean, it's not beneath me to do that. They're not soldiers. Get the fuck out.
But then we have to drive slower.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what you would have to do for here, right now, versus waiting till nightfall and making camp.
Right. We still have a few days till we reach the end of our journey, right? Like 7 days or 6 days at this point.
Took 2 days off for the riding.
It's 4 to Daggerford.
Okay, so 1 day in this journey is probably not going to bother Lady Imsa. So if we need to wait until we're camped and I can get isolation, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So Nothing else happens for the day because you guys are moving at such a quick pace. So you hit camp. Obviously, because it's now only 4 carts, it is a smaller ring, but at the same point in time, it's still plenty spread out. What do people want to do for the evening?
I'm gonna try and make a decent meal or a good meal for everybody, a hearty meal.
Get
Okay.
spirits up with food.
Yeah. Food and wine.
That's-
Food and wine drink.
And considering that your mouths have been decreased 2/3,
Yeah.
I counted. There's plenty to go around.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Was it survival for food to make the food?
Or just doing things.
You cut out there for a second.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just asking Cespedes if he's doing anything in the evening or just.
I'll just hang out and help with the food if necessary, and that's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay. So, Fowler, if you're looking for a time when all of your party's together and no one's bothering you, here you go.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my notes going because this sounds like the opening to a fun little side quest. And so I want to make sure that I get everything I need to written down for future reference. So yeah, I want to draw everyone in and let them know that Lady Imsa, who I've come to quote unquote appreciate, as she's always been kind to me, and I'm in her employ, has asked what seems to be a great task of us, and explain to them that she's the last surviving member of her family. They've been cursed, and she's searching for the Prince of the Forest, which is a great white stag that grants wishes if it's captured. And she has a location, and she's going to this destination to hear the bardic songs in the area that tell more of this wish and how to find this beast. And she's asking for our help. She's willing to hire us.
I'm fine.
Zell is strangely intent while listening to your story of her story. Basically, as soon as you mention a curse, and her immediate reaction was, when you're done, is like, okay, so we're gonna help her, right?
My only issue at this point is what obligations we have to the Harpers. So, I mean, tentatively speaking, I would love to help her. This legend of this great white stag is very appealing to me as an elf, and I would love to track this thing down. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you.
Unless the Harpers have something else for us to do, that's, I don't know. I'm fine with that. It sounds like something we can get done relatively quick if we need to, as
Yeah.
well. So it's not like another
Well,
journey.
and it's not like we signed our lives over to the Harpers
Right.
either. Like, we're on this mission, but is there anything that we said would take us on another one?
This is kind of meta, but I joined a little bit later, and I joined you guys as employee of the Harpers.
Yeah.
So that would be up to Andrew, really, is if I'm obligated to do anything other than what we've accomplished here.
The Harpers hired if you look in terms of, I mean, as far as like terms and conditions go, they hired you for this one task. It was, and the task was to either get all the cultists' identities so that they could then stop them, or somehow stop them yourselves by whatever means you guys found necessary. As far as you know, you've completed that contract, and the only thing you need to do is show up in Waterdeep with some kind of proof that you've completed the contract.
Cool. Okay. Well, that helps me out here. So my reply to Zelen Carradine is basically that I would love to assist her with this. This is exactly what my unit goes into the field for, is to gather information like this to bring back to our homeland.
I want to help her break a curse.
I know that we're a party now, but I was a little outside of their original group, so I'm definitely going to be helping with this this curse, and I would love for you guys to come along. I've become good comrades with you all.
Yeah,
I'll be going with you.
I'm curious enough too, so it's.
I know it's not taking down Tiamat, Cespedes, but you've been a great asset, so I would love for you to come too.
I can't give up on everyone now, so I'll be there.
All right. So it sounds like, Fowler, you've got your consensus that your comrades are all willing to hop in and go with you to break this curse. Do you go to your lady and report to her immediately, or do you wait until?
No, I'm going to wait till the morning when my quote-unquote shift starts. Give her the good news then.
All right. Okay. So you go throughout the rest of the evening. One of the dwarves does bust out a little drum, and he just begins playing a little beat tune, just boom, 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 boom. A little bit of a head bopper while you all are able to eat. Some people do begin to laugh. And it just seems like now with this hearty meal, a little bit of music, the mood is starting to lighten and return to normal.
Okay.
It's still heavy, but you can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
Watches happen. Evening passes. Dawn of the next day. And it's 9:30. Let's go ahead and cut it here.
Okay.
And we'll do a time skip to Daggerford starting next session. How's that sound?
Sounds
That
good.
sounds awesome.
Okay.
We've been on the road a long time. I'm totally down with that.
Yeah.
You're not at Waterdeep, which is your end goal, but
Right.
we're gonna start in Daggerford with.
I was happy to throw some spells around this time. I'm happy to
Yep.
make some.
All
progress
right.
next time. Yeah.
So you said, just before we bail off out of here, the Prince of the Forest is the Great Stag, lives in the. Was it in the woods west of Daggerford, or west?
Yeah, no, they're west. Well, it is technically west of Daggerford. It'd be more like northwest. East of Daggerford,
Okay.
or west of Waterdeep. The forest is called and the Prince of the Forest has been seen along Unicorn Run.
You're gonna have to repeat
The
that.
forest is called
Okay.
what?
Yeah.
You stopped right at that.
The
The forest is
forest?
called
The forest is called the High Forest.
High Forest. Okay.
Okay.
The Prince of the Forest, which is a perfect ivory white coat with golden prongs, he is seen along Unicorn Run.
Okay. So
Which runs from one edge of the forest all the way up to a mountain in the middle of the forest called Star Mounts.
So do we want to head on to Waterdeep, get our payment, and then take this quest on? Because she's heading up to Waterdeep, isn't she?
Yeah, you've got to go to Waterdeep just to get more information about the quest.
Oh, okay. Okay. The bards.
That's where there are bards there that actively sing about this legend because it's more local to them.
Okay.
What was the name of the mountain again? I'm sorry.
Star Mounts. And if you've got a map of the Sword Coast, these are places that do pop up on that map,
Okay.
including Unicorn Run, Star Mount, and the High Forest.
Okay. Cool.
Both however, like the forest is massive by all accounts. So I won't go as far as saying needle in a haystack, but it is accurate.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't know if we want to go any farther with this, but well, we'll just do it next time. I'll go and reply to her and let her know and see. Just because I'm curious what she's offering to our party for helping her out here.
Yeah, get your terms and conditions.
I mean, we're
All right, everyone.
Come on now.
All right, everyone. Well, I will catch you all next week. But the week after that, the 13th and the 20th, I will be right in the middle of moving. Okay. So it kind of depends on where I'm at and what my internet is doing.
Sure.
Okay.
100%. I'm back by the 27th.
Sounds good.
We could still get together and talk more Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
Ready to play that game at some point.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to play Star Wars.
Get it figured out.
All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign off.
All right.
It's been a long ass day for me.
All right.
Okay. All right, man.
See you.
See you guys.
Yeah. Good game. See you.
Yep.
This has been a production of Gaming Without Gaming, all rights reserved.
Gaming Without Gaming's logo music is by Kevin Macleod. D&D intro and closing music is by bensound.com. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/gamingwithoutgaming. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching.